Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the OCVarsity Football Prediction Show with Steve Fryer and Dan Albano. Dan, good-looking group of games. And what we do, we try and pick these games and figure out which ones we're going to do our predictions on. We don't pick games that we think are going to be one-sided. And I think we did pretty good picking a bunch of games that are... We got some coin flip games here.
You pick the games.
Okay,
you did a good
I
job.
do.
Give yourself some credit, Steve.
All right. Well, anyway, you have veto power. But anyway, Mission Viejo, Santa Margarita, our game of the week.
Ooh, going right there, right
away.
away.
It's a beautiful looking game. First of all, really big credit to Trabuco Hills High School for letting Santa Margarita use this stadium while Saddleback College is being renovated. It's pretty cool.
And you know who gets credit for that too?
Saddleback Valley Unified School District.
Santa Margarita has good relationships with the schools in that area too.
So Margarita earned that.
Rich Schaff.
Good job, fellas.
AD.
Well, anyway, looking at this game, I like Mission Viejo to win this game, Dan. I think that defense really proved itself against Long Beach Poly last week in Mission's 12-7 win. Margarita's got offense galore. They got the great return guy, Katella. Yeah,
you talked to him.
Yeah, and he's fantastic. Returned 2 touchdowns last year against Mission, 94 to 97 yards. Wow, I was there, impressed. But I like Mission Viejo because I like that defense, and they got enough offensive power to keep up with them on the scoreboard.
I was tempted to go with Santa Margarita.
Yeah, I was too.
I look and I like a lot of things they've done, but they're a power team the way I've seen it constructed so far. I saw them against Alamany, and I think that's a very similar, gives Diablos kind of a similar look as that they saw against La Habra.
Okay. Another
great offensive line, good running back at La Habra. You know, we know about Skylar Taylor.
Sure.
And you mentioned Magyar. But Santa Margarita's flying around, but I think they're going to see a defense that they haven't seen yet from the Diablos, and I think the Diablos might be getting some defensive linemen back, you know, and haven't seen a lot of passing yet out of Santa Margarita. This is going to be a great game. I think it'll be closer than next year.
With you.
Last year.
Los Alamitos, Jay Serra. This is Jay Serra's home game. I kind of went back and forth in this one too, Dan, because I like Los Alamitos. I think they're going to win that Sunset League championship. That's a conversation another day. Jay Serra, offensive firepower. Matt Robinson. I'm going the Lions to Jay Serra.
I picked the Lions as well.
Yeah.
The big news for Los Al in this game is that Keanu Norman returned last week, and that they played Banning.
Yep.
So he was back, and he had limited carries, but already racked up 100 yards and 3 touchdown rushing. So he is back. He's their big weapon, and he's going to make a big difference. I covered this game last year, 45-35 for the Lions winning. So I'm expecting another kind of a barn burner. Going to be an exciting game. I think it's a lot of points down at in San Juan.
Villa Park, El Medina. This is like the other 2 games, the Friday game. It's one of those Century Conference cross-conference games. I really like El Medina. I think they're getting better by the year, the last 4 or whatever years it is. But I think they still haven't closed that gap with Villa Park. I like Villa Park a lot. They got some athletes, man. Even though when I saw them last week, they lost to Servite. Still impressed by their resolve and how they hung in there against the Friars. I like Villa Park in this game, Dan.
I like the Villa Park as well.
Great.
I think pretty clear win, but I'm impressed with AJ Esperanza and what he's doing at El Medina.
Right on. Aliso, Niguel, Pacifica. Pacifica just keeps rolling teams, and I think even though Aliso Niguel's pretty good, I think they're ranked number 24 in the county this week. Pacifica keeps looking better and more impressive by the gosh darn week, so I'm going with the Mariners.
I got Pacifica as well.
Yeah.
And I think Pacifica coach Vinny Lopez is going to maybe be honored as one of the either Rams or Charger coach of the week after this game. So that could be pretty sweet if they can get a win for coach as well.
Yeah, exactly. So Trabuco Hills at Capistrano Valley. Trabuco Hills has got 2 wins, Dan. They've got 2 wins all last year, and I'm thinking, are they gonna get a 3rd win, because they got to play Capistrano Valley. They just got a heck of a tough road to hoe. I like Capital Valley in this game.
Yeah, South Coast League's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm also picking Capital Valley. Capital Valley's rolling, and I think they're knocking down the top 10. And somebody slips up, and they might get a top 10 vote from me.
Ocean View versus Katella. Ocean View is 3-0. Katella is 2-1. I think
3-1. They've won 3 in a row.
3 in a row since they lost to Kennedy.
That's shocking.
I like Nathan Arrington, man. I like that quarterback a lot. He can throw it and he can run, and I seen him dodge guys, but I want to see. It's more fun for me when Nathan Arrington just runs over guys, and I think he's going to run over some guys until he gets the win.
This was a hard game for me to pick. I really struggled with this game, and I was really taking a long look at the Ocean View. 3-0. They got a physical O-line. They have a good dual threat quarterback. They have a running back. So they play some physicalness. They've been impressive, but I think they haven't seen some of the physicalness and the weapons. Their defense hasn't had to face in Arrington, Edward Williams, and some of that ground attack. It's going to be a pretty good game. Katella just beat maybe the best team out of the Golden West League, Westminster, last week.
Laguna Hills, Irvine. This one's at Irvine High, right? And Irvine I really like. I think that pass attack with Ophelia back there is pretty good. Laguna Hills is good. I think this is a step up for Irvine compared to some of the teams they've played, but I still like the Vaqueros of Irvine to win.
Yeah, I picked Irvine too. This was another game I struggled and trying to do some of my research so I can hang with you, Friar, in this.
I think you're beating me.
Laguna Hills has been up and down this year, and making. Coach Masarenka said they've been making mistakes. Had a good week of practice. They got to clean up those mistakes against Irvine. But I think the Vaqueros get the win here.
Foothill's looking for their first win. They play Brea Olenda. This is another one of those Century Conference cross league games. Right. I think Foothill gets their first win. Brea may be El Medina's top competition in North Hills League. El Dorado's off to a good start though, but I think Foothill gets the win.
I got Foothill too. So picking those 0-3 nights.
Kennedy versus Sunny Hills. We talked about Kennedy beating Katella. That's pretty impressive. But Sunny Hills, man, they can run the ball with Alex Jung, and I think they're going to run it some more, and I think they get a win.
Yeah, another tough game for me to pick. I also picked Sunny Hills, so we're agreeing on some of these games, aren't we, Friar?
Yeah, it's too bad for you, man.
Kennedy, that impressive score, jumped out at me last week. 28-24 against Aliso and Niguel.
Yeah.
Kennedy's got some good running backs.
Yeah.
Well-coached team, and they're playing pretty tough. Last year, Kennedy edged. I think it was 12-7 over Sunny Hills. So they played a good game. See if I think the Lancers will reverse that though this year. Maybe more points though.
St. Margaret's Tartans versus Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach home game. Laguna Beach is a good team. They're going to be in the running for the title in the Orange Coast League. St. Margaret's lost to the Bishops last week by a touchdown, but the Bishops is really good. And but I like St. Margaret's. I think St. Margaret's is back in the win column with this one, Buck.
Yeah, I got the Tartans as well. They're going to bounce back from that loss to the Bishops. Of course, they had the big win against was it Valley Christian?
Yeah, Valley Christian Cerritos beat them. Big win. Mater Dei against St. Mary's. This is the Saturday game. This is up at Levi Stadium up there in Santa Clara. That's the home of the San Francisco 49ers. Mater Dei has got to be confident. You worry about kids getting overconfident. They're going to go to an NFL stadium. It's a long trip. A lot of things kind of going against Mater Dei, kind of make that look like that trap game, as everybody says. St. Mary's is 3-1. They went to a state championship game last year. But I think Mater Dei's got enough. It's all about business, game by game, play by play stuff in their heads. I think Mater Dei gets another W.
I got the Monarchs as well. Right. I mean, they look so complete right now. And I guess the word was earlier this year that St. Mary's lost their starting quarterback. Some of his availability for this game is in question. But I think Mater Dei, goes on the road. St. John Bosco's on the road back east this week. So finally, Mater Dei taking a page out of Bosco and hitting the road a little bit for a road trip. It'll be good for the Monarchs to get out of OC.
Do we agreed on every game here? Let's find something to disagree on. Who's the number 3 team in the county?
This week I voted Orange Lutheran. I think you voted Santa Margarita.
Yeah, right? See, I knew I'd find something. All right, so that's our prediction show here. We're going to see how we did, and the way to find out how smart or dumb we are is keep visiting us here at the OCVarsity headquarters. It's a nice day out here. Feels like fall, and we're ready for some football. Thanks for hanging out with us.